Okay, here I am in the Springville Cemetery. I'm gonna go real fast on this one. You have my dad's. You have one day from President Christopherson's, who I believe will become president of the church, with a Los Angeles or a California symbol, Oakland Temple, next to my dad's where he was born. Christopherson's has Joseph Fielding Smith's ordination anniversary, it's January 23rd. The back has an Aaron, could be coincidence, but, and by the way, this person's probably related to Aaron Johnson, who is buried in this cemetery and who knew the prophet Joseph, Aaron, and received his patriarchal blessing from Joseph Sr. I'll get to that. And so my dad's, that it has the Aaron on the back spelled differently. And then here you have Christopherson's, January 24th on my parents. You have the November 7th and the November 1st pattern, and you have November 7th Scott, close to him. A couple weeks. That could be coincidence, a little more than a couple weeks. Now, if you start here, you go through the October 9th, you go through my mom's September 12th, and it perfectly goes into that Gordon. It hits the corner of this one with the Spencer, my brother's name. It hits the corner of it, which has my November 7th. And even more perfectly, it hits the one with the Gordon right here. So let me go to the front. It has Oak's birth year, possibly coincidence, but it has a November prophet on my birth month and year, coming from my parent symbols through Los Angeles, where they're from and where my dad was born. Coincidence? Let's look at the back. It has an Aaron right next to a Grant, which is the November prophet on the front. Another Los Angeles temple. And where was my dad born and where was he from and what's his name? Dennis. Only 3 graves in this row. Is there another hint on these 3 graves, what the Lord's trying to say? Sharon, like Sharon, Vermont. I don't have time to try to remember all this, but there's another line over here. I think there's 2 November 7ths. I can't remember where the other one is, and let's see, I think it's right here somewhere. Let me see. I guess I'll do this real fast. Dun, dun, dun. I don't remember where it's at. Oh, I think that's it. Or one of them. Maybe there was 3. But anyways, I shouldn't have shown that. There was 2 or 3 in between Aaron Johnson into that plot over there. Now, that November 7th is in the same. I've searched probably most of this plot, or half about. So here's another November 7th. On a November prophet's birth year. Look at this. Next to it, you have Oak's pattern. He was born a month later on August 12th, 1932. Because it's a July 12th, it has my July 2nd. My July and the 2. Coincidence? Next to that, you have a very rare November prophet's birth year, which is super hard to get, even in old parts. Again, I don't remember everything, but now's not the time. I did want to show this, Aaron Johnson. Oh, wait a minute. Real fast. Before we get there, you have my patriarchal blessing year. You have the month and year a prophet died and Heber J. Grant was ordained. November 23rd, 1918, with my mom's birthday. Look, And I think this is like Johnson's grandkids. Watch. The very next one, and Aaron. And then my father, October 9th. That's not coincidence. And I'm not gonna try to remember I got it on video, long video, another video. I'm not gonna show everything here. It will take too long. Video's already too long. But here is Aaron Johnson. God has designed thee for a mighty man in this generation. From Aaron's patriarchal blessing given by Joseph Smith Sr., which my blessing mentions the name Joseph Smith. And I got it through the line of Asel Smith, Joseph Sr.'s father, through Joseph Sr.'s brother, Silas. His like great grandson gave me my blessing. And coincidence? Kitty corner. Look, there's no way. There's no way. The month and year I got my patriarchal blessing, which is very rare for an area like this. And I'm not going to mention everything. Look, 1806, 1877. That's not coincidence right there. The Lord put that there. Aaron. He's making an analogy.